And now, ladies and gentlemen, your first lightweight tournament semi-finalist, Thiago Michel.
Thiago Michel, one fight away from reaching the final of this Season 6 lightweight tournament in his first Bellator tournament. Weidman actually fighting in his third Bellator tournament, but his first at 55, the other two at 170. Thiago Michel proudly says, I am a kickboxer, not a Muay Thai fighter. I am a kickboxer first.
Well, there's a different emphasis. The guys that say, you know, I'm a kickboxer. Muay Thai is really about the kicks, elbows, knees. It's a different kind of game, depending on the style you come from. But what you have to understand is that a lot of guys in professional kickboxing, professional Muay Thai, have 150, 200 fights. That isn't rare. So there's not a lot Michel hasn't seen on the feet.
Thiago Michel, one of the friendliest fighters that I have ever met, always smiling outside of the cage, a big, warm personality. About 2 hours before we went on air, he and Brent Weidman were both in the cage warming up. They had a conversation, they had a laugh. You would have no idea that they were going to be fighting tonight for a place in the final.
Both these guys, very nice guys, consummate professionals, but when they go in there, they're trying to knock one another's heads off.
Final preparation for Thiago Michel. 9 of 10 wins in MMA by way of knockout or TKO.
And now his opponent, lightweight semi-finalist, Brent Weidman.
Another extremely nice and personable fighter, Brent Weidman. It's never personal with Brent Weidman. It's really not even business for Weidman. It's just athletic competition.
He loves competing. Some guys love fighting. Some guys love winning. They love the crowds. They love the belts, whatever they love. This guy loves fighting. Both of these guys love fighting. It's going to be an exciting fight.
In Weidman's corner will be his dad, Bill.
You want to hug him?
Weidman said, when I grew up, I didn't have to fight. I had to know how to fight.
It's an important distinction. He was raised with a lot of skill.
Brent Weidman's wife, Emily, watching back home in Louisville. She is due with their first child on Sunday. Nervous moments for Emily Weidman. Brent Weidman, her husband, looks very calm as he enters this first Bellator lightweight tournament semifinal versus Thiago Michel.
I don't know if a pregnant woman watching her husband fight is a great idea, but hey, she can do what she wants.
Jimmy, our tale of the tape.
You look at it here, the height difference. Weidman, the taller fighter, he's going to be able to use that range. Michel has to push forward and get inside to get to the head of Brent Weidman.
Let's now send it to Michael Williams.
Bellator Fighting Championships tonight from the IX Center here in Cleveland, Ohio. Now presents the lightweight tournament semi-final round. Set for 3 5-minute rounds, presenting first the red corner at 5'9", weighing in at 154.5 pounds. As a professional, 10 victories, just 2 defeats. From Contagem, Minas Gerais, Brazil, introducing Thiago Michel. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner at 6 foot, weighing in at 155 pounds even. The veteran professional brings 20 wins, 7 defeats with 1 draw. From Louisville, Kentucky, presenting Brent Weidman. And when the bell rings, the referee in charge of the action, Jerry Poe.
In the semifinal round of all Bellator tournaments, elbows to the head are not allowed. For a place in the Season 6 lightweight tournament final, Thiago Michel, the Brazilian, is in the black trunks.
You ready, sir?
The American Brent Weidman from Louisville, Kentucky, is in the white trunks. Round number 1. Jerry Poe is the referee. This will be a great contrast in striking styles in MMA. Michel, a kickboxer's base. Weidman, a Dutch Muay Thai base.
They are not that different. Both guys like to throw a lot of kicks. They're good at mixing up kicks and punches. I don't think it'll be a stylistic difference. It's going to be a matter of who initiates and who lands effectively. That's going to be the difference.
Michel, a kickboxing record of 26 victories against just 2 defeats, and throws the head kick there. And as we saw in Michel's quarterfinal round win by split decision versus fellow Brazilian Nazaré last month, it is, as he says emphatically, a kickboxing style in MMA, not a Muay Thai style.
Very true. That Dutch style of Brent Weidman, though, it's more hands than feet.
Weidman, with a big smile on his face, said, "I want to test my striking skills against Michel because I know he is great in the stand-up." Sounds good in theory.
Both these guys very proficient, you can tell already.
Really a snap kick almost to the head by Michel.
Both these guys have unorthodox kicking styles. They know how to throw a lot of different things with their feet.
Weidman with the clinch and the body lock, counter knee by Michel. Weidman, a brown belt in judo, went for the hip toss and could not find it.
We saw last time against J.J. Ambrose his submission skills. Got to remember, Thiago Michel, a brown belt as well. Both guys are brown belts.
Weidman trying to get his base, trying to get back to his feet. Almost in a wizard position is Brent Weidman. Can't find it. Big right hands by Michel from the top.
Man, great balance by both guys.
Hip toss by Michel, then the sweep to reversal really by Weidman.
But Nazaré, much more decorated in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu than Brent Weidman, and he had trouble passing Michel's guard, but now Weidman already passed the guard.
Into side control is Brent Weidman.
You know how tenacious he can be on top.
Weidman driving forward. Michel locking his legs. Really a scissor hold now on the head of Brent Weidman. Unorthodox from the bottom by Thiago Michel.
Trying to get the straight arm on the right arm of Weidman. Weidman putting his knee in there, trying to get his arm out.
Michel scissoring the head of Brent Weidman, going for the armbar on Weidman's left arm, and Weidman pulls free. Weidman back in side control. Weidman in a knee position, and he throws a knee there.
You know, we were rolling a little bit yesterday, and he told me, he goes, I love that, throwing knees from the side, softening guys up, makes submissions a lot easier. One thing you have to remember, Weidman, of course, coming down from 170 pounds. He's the bigger guy, the heavier guy, and this is the position to make a guy feel it.
Weidman looking to pass, knee on belly, couldn't find it. Still
Now,
in side control.
Looking for the Darce choke here. He's gonna try and slide that arm up.
Michel back to his feet. Knee by Weidman. Turned by Michel, then the left hand by Weidman misses the mark as Michel backs off. 135 remaining in round 1. Big start to this fight, inside kick by Weidman. That kick attempt by Michel, then the push kick. Weidman trying to walk through with the punches. Counter left hand by Thiago Michel, then the knee.
Oh, good shot right on the chin.
Weidman a push kick right back.
Man, Michel's so good with that front snap kick.
I'm referring to it as a push kick, but in fairness, it's really a snap kick.
Certainly is.
There's no push, it's all snap. Body kick by Michel. Then the right hand, then the left. Another body kick caught by Weidman and pulled out.
And Michel really asserting himself in this last minute. That's important in a close round. Good spinning back kick.
Body kick by Thiago Michel. Still Weidman comes forward. A snap kick by Thiago Michel.
You see
Side
now,
kick checked.
Weidman a bit more tentative now. He's seeing a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, a lot of different attacks coming at him and slowing down his offense.
Final seconds of round number 1, lightweight tournament semifinal number 1. Weidman gets the takedown, no doubt trying to impress the judges. Half guard held by Michel.
Look at me. Take a deep breath. I need one more deep breath. We need to be faster if you're going to make that 1-2 kick work, right? You're telegraphing it. You're letting him win on the exchanges because you're not doing enough, okay? If he's going to hit you, we need to hit him back. I need you to get a little lower in a stance and start making some combinations. They don't have to all land, you understand?
Yeah.
To be busy. You're trying to load and find that big punch. You're trying to
drop that round?
It's close. I think the takedowns probably took it for us. Listen, I need you to be more active in the stand-up. Get these takedowns, shoot, and do something with them. Knees, lock them.
Sound advice from his cornerman, I agree.
Bill Weidman, the father of Brent Weidman, working his son's corner tonight. A tough round one to score. Jimmy, how did you see it on your unofficial scorecard?
Really close. I gave it to Brent Weidman 10-9 based on that takedown. He was on top in that round. Michel started landing some good strikes, but it was later in the round. I didn't think it was enough to win it back.
Thiago Michel told us in and out with my strikes, in and out, in and out. Weidman said very candidly, I respect him a lot. I think he's a world-class kickboxer. My biggest concern in this fight is not being knocked out. It's my opponent, Thiago Michel, being elusive for 15 minutes.
Well, you should have some concern for Thiago Michel's offensive ability. So on the last minute of that round, Michel's landed some good shots on it.
Straight left by Thiago Michel. Your favorite auction hunters, Ton and Allen, are back in this season. They're traveling farther than ever before in hopes of uncovering hidden treasures in abandoned storage units. New episodes of Auction Hunters every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, only on Spike. Slipped by Weidman, right back to his feet.
That was a nice right hand over the top by Weidman.
Weidman looking again for a takedown. There's the sprawl from Thiago Michel effectively.
He's looking up the gator roll. Anaconda now turning into a modified guillotine.
You see the hand on the bicep for Michel, trying to roll Brent Weidman.
That is tight. Can't tell exactly how deep it is from here. Weidman, though, still struggling.
A lot of torque by Michel, leaning back, hand on the bicep. Now locking his ankles.
Now this is where a veteran has to know, how much do I put into this choke and when is it done? You can burn a lot of energy on a guillotine that isn't working.
Weidman throwing the right hand to the shoulder, trying to posture with his left knee, trying to pop his head free.
J.J. Ambrose had Weidman in trouble a couple times with the darce. Weidman kept his head, was able to fight out of all of J.J. Ambrose submission attempts.
And he fights out of that.
Here.
Weidman pops his head free and straight into side control. And here comes the knee. Another big knee from Brent Weidman. That's something he told us he would do a lot from side control.
And those can really take the fight out of you.
Weidman now posturing on his hip, almost a sit-through. Now back to conventional side control for Brent Weidman, looking to pass. Michel has none of it. Thiago Michel on his hip, and another big knee from Brent Weidman. And another. Weidman puts everything into those knees. 2:15 remaining in round two.
You notice here, Weidman not trying to do too much. He's not really going for the mount, not trying for a lot of submissions. He's keeping his weight on his man. It's all about control on the top for Brent Weidman.
Weidman continuing to hold side control, holding this top position on Thiago Michel.
Michel turns, look for Weidman to go for the darce. Turns it into a guillotine.
Looking for the guillotine.
Hard to finish without full guard.
Now closed guard from Weidman. Throwing punches from his back. And it's Michel on his knees throwing punches. Hammer fist from Thiago Michel, then the right hand. Left hammer fist by Michel. Look at Weidman still throwing from his back. Open guard from Brent Weidman. Michel staying close. Good sneaky left hand by Michel, indeed.
Nice ground and pound by Michel.
Weidman looking for the up kick, trying to somersault into a better position, and he does. Sprawl by Michel.
Finish it. 1 minute, Brent, go, put him down.
And here's good job. He hears coach saying, take him down. There's only 1 minute left. He wants him to ice the round.
Weidman back into side control.
Go!
Weidman, you can just feel him setting up the knee. Trying to keep his base, and there's the knee.
Well, it's a low-risk move. It's easy to throw from that position. You're not giving anything up. Not a lot your opponent can do to counter it either.
Another knee from Brent Weidman. And another 25 seconds remaining in round 2.
Downside is it's hard to finish a fight with those. And you take something out of a guy, but knee to the side from this position isn't going to stop most guys on Thiago Michel's level.
We've been trying to step through. Michel trying to get back to his feet. Weidman wants to end the round in this position, side control. And he does. A wicked mouse has formed under the right eye of Brent Weidman. Our outstanding Bellator cutman, Dean Lassiter, going to work. That is a vicious mouse,
Last round,
Jimmy.
man. I want you to hold this like. All right, take this
That's a
water,
lot
Brent.
of bad swelling.
Listen to me. It's super, super close, man. Too close for comfort. You've got to go all out this round, but not those crazy punches, right? Let's just turn double jab cross. Let's march into the guy and close that gap and get that body lock. When we get to the ground, we got to work. If you don't have anything going anywhere for a submission, knee, get points. We need points. We need points. Aim a little lower. You're getting your balance all over the place. Brett, I need a huge round, buddy. Hey, do this for everybody right now.
And I see on the ground Brent Weidman throwing knees to the ribs throughout. Good top control by Brent Weidman.
A vicious mouse has formed under Weidman's right eye. Bad enough to almost close that eye. It's probably 80% closed.
Yeah, he's going to have a lot of trouble seeing out of that eye. You see now Thiago Michel circling that way, circling to his left.
The winner becomes the first finalist in this Bellator Season 6 155-pound tournament. The left hook by Thiago Michel, then the kick.
Look for a veteran kickboxer like Michel to work that eye if he possibly can. Problem for Weidman is once one eye closes, depth perception is very difficult. You can't tell exactly how close your opponent is.
Side kick by Michel. Right hand in the body kick as Weidman comes forward. Michel missing with that leg kick. Missing with that left hand is Thiago Michel. Side kick by Thiago Michel finds the mark, and still Brent Weidman comes forward.
In between rounds, Weidman's coach saying these rounds are razor thin. They're very close. You got to turn it on in this round, and I agree. I have him ahead, but I wouldn't trust the judge. These are very close rounds.
That's a slip by Weidman off of the head kick, and now Thiago Michel pouncing with the ground and pound. Good left hand, and the jackhammer right by the Brazilian. Big right hand.
They're very accurate, right by the ear. That's a knockout spot.
And Michel does not want to play with the ground and pound. He wants this fight standing, and he gets it. Weidman with the body kick. Weidman's right eye is almost closed. Spinning back fist.
Nice.
And that's right to the blind side. And Jimmy, you said it. A fighter with one eye is a fighter that loses depth perception. Weidman driving back with the body lock.
Now, a lot of this round is going to rely, I think, on who thinks they're ahead. I have Michel up two rounds to none, but you never know. One of those rounds could have easily gone to Michel. And the problem is, we saw against Nazare, he landed a lot of shots, but never knockout shots. He didn't show that he can finish a guy with his punches at this level. And Weidman's a big lightweight. Great outside trip.
Beautiful takedown on the outside trip by Brent Weidman. Jimmy, if this fight, and it's still a big if, but if it does go to the 3 State of Ohio judges' scorecards, remember that Weidman got that takedown in the closing seconds of round 1.
My fault. I gave the first 2 rounds to Brent Weidman, 10-9. I said Michel, but I gave him to Brent Weidman, 10-9. But either one of those rounds could have gone the other way.
I know you did. I just did not have the heart to correct you.
You know what? I correct you all the time. It's weird.
because I'm from Kansas and you're from Long Beach.
Yes.
Send your hate mail now.
Exactly. Surprised I don't yell. I'm surprised I don't yell profanities at you.
Michelle now applying the pressure. Good strikes. Michelle 3 punches, then pulls out. Spinning back kick.
Beautiful shot.
Then the snap kick by Thiago Michel. Wide right hook by Thiago Michel. Picking up his striking output. This is with the head kick. Still, Weidman comes forward.
Michel landing well, but not fighting like he needs a knockout to win.
Body kick by Thiago Michel, then the snap kick again.
Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't, but he's fighting, you know, an in and out game. He's winning the striking battle, in my opinion.
Weidman's right eye is almost closed by the bad mouse that formed in round 2, and now he's bleeding out of the corner of his left eye. Michel coming forward, showing a bit more energy and a bit more effort here in the 15th and final minute of this fight.
He's definitely winning this round. The first 2 rounds that I gave to Weidman were based on that takedown and that top control. That hasn't been a factor, really, in this 3rd round.
Michel making that kick look so easy.
I hear Weidman's corner yelling takedown. I agree. I think he's getting picked apart on the feet.
Weidman looking for the takedown. Went for the double, now for the single. Can he get it before the bell? It will definitely leave a mark with the judges.
Oh, spinning for the leg lock.
Final seconds now. The bell and the end of the fight.
Man, very close fight. It's going to the judges. It's a matter of what you prefer in MMA.